Different lake in the pure out middle of Wisconsin is where we are this time around. Yeah. So let's get to it and see what happens. Perch and maybe even a sucker, some white suckers. All right, so this time around, we traveled to the middle of Wisconsin, or almost the middle of Wisconsin, to try a different lake that we never tried before. And we found out from reviews and that on the lake for fishing wise that it's a really shallow lake. As you can see, we started from way up on top, somewhere up in there, worked our way down to find deeper water where the fish were, and we found a good bunch of perch. But another problem we ran into, almost all them perch were small. Plus, we had a chance to hook into a white sucker through the ice as well, so we took advantage of that. And like I said, this video is mostly the small fish. Them big ones, I don't know if they were really in that lake. We had some pretty decent marks, but they just weren't biting. So let's get into the video. All right, guys, first fish at a new lake I never tried before. We're in a pure out middle of Wisconsin. This is the lake. Right now we found our first perch. We had a bigger mark on the Vexlar there, but it bit but didn't stay on. So we got to get back down there and see if we can get onto something here. The biggest problem I'm finding about this new lake in the new location, apparently in the middle of Wisconsin right now, they have a foot of snow on top of the ice or more, making it really difficult to move around and look for these fish. Alright, so we upgraded to even a smaller one. Yeah, I had these fish move around, and I got to keep moving, keep drilling holes to stay on top of them. But right along this shoreline where it turns into a rock point, this is where I'm finding some fish. And a couple hours later, it took me that long to find, just to find some fish. Everywhere behind me on this lake, all this is this shallow. Right off of that point next to that house, it gets really shallow, like only 2 feet or more than 2 feet. Like what I mean is over 2 feet of shallowness up there, and over there you can see where I walked 3 feet, 2 feet, but right here on this rock point we got 5 feet. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but you can see some pilots, I believe, practicing, some military planes going around practicing. Look at that. Look how trying to practice like a juke. See how they juke like that? Pretty cool. Well, I don't wanna live forever. Alright, probably an hour later, and another small perch out of this lake in middle of Wisconsin. Got about 4 feet. It gets right over there, it gets about 5 feet. Right over next to that tip down, the tip up. And right over there it gets about 6 feet. But they're more over here in the 5 and 4. Just a bunch of small little ones. That's all we can seem to find. Alright, so the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. We got another perch. About a half an hour to an hour later, on a little Northland bug jig with a waxworm. Just another small little dude. I don't know, that's all we've been catching is perch. I'm gonna go down that way and see what else we can catch going toward the dam. We know where the deep water is kind of now. It's along this shoreline going toward the dam. So let's get this guy unhooked and put him back. All right, another perch, another small little dude. It's like close to 4 o'clock and we just got marks like crazy down in this little hole down off this rock point. Well, there we go, another perchy. Probably the biggest perch we got today. Still very small, but that guy came up from all the way to 4, all the way to 2, around 2 feet. He was hungry. Alright, stuff's getting weird. Now we got a white sucker fish, I believe. I believe that's a white sucker with that sucker mouth. I don't know exactly what a whitefish looks like. I seen whitefish before. This ain't no whitefish. But that is a white sucker, I believe. Pretty sure. Alright, there we go. Another yellow perch. I don't know, like I said, it's around 4 o'clock now. And it's all of a sudden it's loaded down there. You know, a lot of them don't really want to bite, but it's just loaded down there and we're catching them now. Alright, it took fishing for how many small ones to get almost an eater. This one's right under an eater, still small. We got something down there again. Our very first, like, almost an eater finally. They're getting bigger. Alright, so this is our nicest one today. Right under an eater. Alright, let's put that one back here. Alright. There it goes. There we go. There we go. Getting bigger. Getting bigger. Alright. So that's it. We're out. Different lake. In the pure out middle of Wisconsin is where we are this time around. I don't know if you can see that, but the sun is going behind some clouds. The sun is setting and that is it. We will see you all later. Alright, so today we are traveling in the middle of Wisconsin again, trying big lakes. The first one didn't pan out. It's probably the biggest lake around the middle of Wisconsin that we tried, where we are. Anyway, multi-species, it seems like today. The warm weather is finally coming. Storm front is a-coming. Beautiful lake behind me. Let's get into catching some fish. Multi-species, probably. Storm front is coming, so that might be a reason why some of these fish are biting. Alright. First bass. Oh shit. Watch out. Alright. There we go. We went from a very big lake to a smaller lake and now we got fish. Alright. Alright, about a half an hour later, another bluegill. It might be one of them days where it's multi-species. Well, there you go. Probably the nicest bluegill we got today. That would have been an eater. Alright, so here goes probably the only eater we got right now. Rough, rough, rough. Alright, as you can see, there she comes. The storm front getting darker. Now, I don't know how much we're gonna still fish, because that's supposed to be some wet, nasty snow mixed with rain. We got the warmer weather finally showing up, and now it's gonna get all yucky. So, I don't know, we'll keep seeing what happens here. The bigger ones seem to start biting here. Alright, so I guess that's it. We out, middle of Wisconsin, on some lake. Yeah, bye-bye.